It is my pleasure to be with you today to support your cause, support your issues, and to tell you that I believe from the bottom of my heart that we should increase funding to protect our children. It's not easy because we have a $27 billion shortfall, but the senators have been working very, very hard to try to do the best that we can do. In some cases, there have been discussions about eliminating programs, and for that reason, in many cases, it's better to reduce the funding than to eliminate the funding, and that is my concern. I am trying to do my very best work to protect all of the programs that you care about and to fund them at the highest possible level. But it is not easy, and we must work together to protect our children and to fight child abuse and neglect and exploitation. But let me give you a few suggestions. I hope that today you will speak loudly and clearly, not only at this rally, but that you will take the time to visit your respective senators and your respective representatives and educate them about your programs if they don't know about them. Separate those who do support you from those who don't. Thank those who support you, but for those who don't, try to persuade them to your point of view. Tell them not only why your programs are so important, but also tell them the consequences of not funding them. It is critical that they understand. And if you can touch their minds and you can touch their hearts, then we will be more successful. My staff and I have been working day and night with other colleagues in the Texas Senate and with our leader in the Texas Senate, Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst. And Governor Dewhurst includes protecting children as his priority. That is your best hope, that there are members of the Senate and there is a Lieutenant Governor who understands your issues, cares about them, and wants to do something about them. But it's up to you to be persuasive. We worked till late last night and beginning early this morning to consider the report that the Subcommittee on Health and Human Services of the Finance Committee established. I'm a member of that committee. But I'm here to tell you, I struggled with that vote because we tried to do our best work and it was not good enough. It simply was not good enough. There are still cuts that are not acceptable. So Senator John Whitmire, a Democrat from Houston, and I voted no. We voted no because that bill was not good enough for us. But understand that that is just step one in the process. The subcommittee report will now go to the full committee. So we will work with our senators and with our Lieutenant Governor to try to improve that budget, to try to improve that bill. And I pledge to you from the bottom of my heart that I will continue to do my best for you, for your programs, and for all health and human services programs, most especially for people who have been abused and for people who have disabilities, whether intellectual, physical, emotional, or behavioral. But if that budget is not good enough, I will vote no. I hope that we can improve it. Though what I would love to do is to improve it to the point that I could vote yes. Please pray for the members of the Senate and the members of the House of Representatives that everyone be enlightened, to touch their hearts, to do what's right, and to understand that in the Texas legislature, the decisions we'll make are this important. Through our funding, through our legislation, we are impacting lives, and many of our decisions will impact who will live and who will die. It is that serious. You are here to be part of the process. My prayer for all of you is that the Lord will inspire you to do your best work and to touch the hearts and the minds of the members of the legislature so that we collectively can meet your expectations, perhaps even surpass them, and protect all children from abuse. Thank you for your good work.
One of the programs that we absolutely know reduces abuse and neglect is the Nurse-Family Partnership and a lot of home visitation programs. Woohoo! Nurse-Family Partnership reduces child abuse and neglect by 48% compared to all the other families that are just like them that didn't get the program. Now this serves pregnant moms, low-income, high-risk moms, very often homeless or living in their car. These moms are visited by a nurse to help her through a pregnancy, stay healthy, learn about raising her child, and then get a job and become self-sufficient. It's a fabulous program. It pays for itself. But guess what? This program is being cut in half. It's going to eliminate 1,000 new mothers or pregnant mothers from this program. Eliminate the help for their babies. Eliminate the support for their family to become not tax takers, but taxpayers. But we're cutting this program because there's some people think that we should protect the rainy day fund. Now let me ask you a question. Should Texans protect the rainy day fund, or should the rainy day fund protect Texans? The rainy day fund protect Texans? Yes or no?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
It's simple. What's being done now already isn't enough. So if there are cuts, what is that going to mean? Yes, there's help for CPS caseworkers having a place to go to get a car seat in the middle of the night, right? But it's not enough. We need our legislators to hear us loud and clear. And even though there are rainbow rooms in 189 counties, there are 254 counties in Texas, so guess what? It's not enough. So, although there are rainbow rooms, you can't see the rainbow. Why? It's raining, it's pouring, child abuse is soaring. So we need to send our message loud and clear that we need help. And without that help, the problems of child abuse will continue to rise at the cost of the innocent, our children. So let's go in and tell our legislators we need help and make sure they get our message, okay?
Thank y'all so much for being here today. I want you to know that y'all young adults that are here, we are so proud of you for standing up for yourself, for your rights. These people in here need to hear you. Everybody here that's an adult, that's a volunteer, that's a foster parent, that's a CPS worker, we care about what happens to you, but we can't change hearts and minds like your sweet faces do. So we are so proud that y'all are here standing up for yourself. I'd like to say for the rest of y'all here that took the time to get off work to come out to support our kids, child welfare boards across the state members are all volunteers. And what we have tried to do day in and day out is meet the needs of children when they're picked up by CPS in the middle of the night, when they don't have socks, shoes, clothes, food, they're starving. And we try to meet that need. It's kind of an in-between. But we see some of the most horrible stories of child abuse across the state, and it tears at our heart. But what these legislators need to know is that as many volunteers as we have, we don't do the job as well as we can because we need their support. They need to fully fund these bills that come across, take away the cuts. As a matter of fact, I think they need to throw in a few million. We're not doing it enough. To go in there and make them understand that kids need the money. It's not about a bill. It's not about a dollar bill. Every time we hear conversations, these bills are about budgets and numbers. We're talking about children's lives.
Yeah.
They're dying in this state, and we need them to hear us.
Yeah.
So if we can do anything today, it's to change their hearts and minds. So go in there and beat them up if you have to. Just get them to change their minds. Thank you. We love you.
These effects, these devastating budget cuts are not only going to have an impact on our children that are being abused and their families, but what they care about is the schools. And the schools are important. But guess what? If we don't have kids that are properly raised and protected from abuse, they're not school ready. Last time I checked, you can't educate dead children. This has ripple effects. We want to reduce the mental health care system. We want to reduce the hospital costs and Medicaid costs. These prevention programs will stop those people from flowing into the system. And there is not a single investment we can make in the future of Texas as critical as investing in the health and safety of our children by protecting them from the horrors of child abuse and neglect. So, I want to thank you for coming. I think you're wonderful, and God bless Texas and our children. All right, and it's our last chance. So this time, I hope I don't have to put my hearing aid on. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's raining.